So I had a little tech idea here. Everybody looks at power chargers and sees they're all fairly similar. This is for a charger for a air trimmer, but it's 5 volt DC, just like any USB charger. And these are all your standard USB chargers. Thing is you can get splitters for these to charge multiple devices, and where you get into problems is these are not all the same. Granted, this one's bigger, so you'd think it would charge something bigger, and in this case it does. It charges my tablet. But not always. Some of these bigger ones actually output less power than the smaller ones. So this one has, writing somewhere, there we are. All the important facts are there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is rated at 2 amps, which is pretty good for a tablet. Charges that guy up pretty good, and it keeps it running at the same time. This Samsung charger charges my phone quite fast, actually, and it's rated at 1 amp. A lot of the cheaper chargers may say ratings of 1 amp, but generally don't come anywhere near that. And these tips on these Samsung chargers are small. They seem to be very reliable. They work very well. Just all in all, I would just not skimp on this, because this is your power system for your electronic device via your tablet or cell phone, which many of us have come to rely on quite extensively. So if you skimp on this part, you're skimping on the life source of whatever device you're plugging into. So, if you take this plug out and plug in a two-way USB splitter, from what I understand, and I'm sure someone's going to correct me, but you're basically taking that 1 amp charging power and dividing it in half, or maybe not equally, but you're charging each phone half as fast, and you're making this work much harder. So, I've seen some of these go wrong. When they seem to go wrong, they go very wrong. You want to keep these away from kids, because they can do and will shock you, just like anything else. Generally not lethal from what I've seen, but they sure as heck can melt and hurt. And here's for the Galaxy Tab, because they had to be cool and use a stupid unique connector that is like 3 feet long, so you can't actually go very far. And replacement cables are cheesy and poorly made. This whole piece came apart when I ordered the longer version, because Samsung, for whatever reason, doesn't think I need to have that charged at the same time. So anyway, I think that's long enough. If you have an Apple product, honestly, I would just stick with Apple, just to make sure. Name brand on these chargers, I think, is probably the best way to go. I'm sure some of the generics are okay, but I've just had a horrible time with these micro USB connectors not working, either not charging or not syncing, and that's even with cleaning regularly. And I've also had these bases fall apart where they could have easily shocked you, because the AC voltage, as you can see, well, the AC voltage was present inside this case, and the case had come open. So, could have easily shocked someone if it felt the need to that day. So stick with something look at reviews, don't just buy the cheap crap, because you'll end up buying it over and over and over again. If it's the only choice you have, so be it. But always be ready. Have a spare charger and a spare battery if you're lucky enough to be able to have a phone that takes a battery that, actually comes out, unlike you. But, just show everybody. There you go. The Geek Group. There we go. Focus. Alrighty. So, I think that was my first informational video, so live and learn. Keep these things off of flammable materials generally. You'd probably be better off not burying this underneath a load of clothing, because these can get rather warm when they charge. So, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Bye.